What is conversational hypnotic storytelling?
Yeah. So I think we know about hypnosis, right? We have heard about hypnosis, and then, well, there are good hypnotists and there are very bad ones, and most
Sorry, that's a
and
podcast. That's a thing on its own.
yes, and most of them don't know what they're doing, or at least whatever they're doing is pretty poor, and doesn't bring about many results. So if you take good hypnosis, the principles of good hypnosis, which is a powerful induction. Well, even before that, a good pre-talk, followed by a powerful induction, and then the suggestions, and then the post-hypnotic talk. That is the regular hypnosis for you. So that explains hypnosis. Now, what hypnosis does is that it undercuts all the this chatter that's going on in the brain, all these conscious barriers that we have that prevent us from taking in messages that help us. And what hypnosis does is it bypasses that critical faculty and it accesses the subconscious mind if done correctly. Now, conversational hypnosis is an element where you take the same principles of hypnosis, except that you're not going to do it in a very traditional way. So there's not going to be any induction. You're not going to get anybody into a lying state or a relaxed state, except that you are going to guide them into a conversation which looks like any regular conversation. And people may be already doing it, but understanding what conversational hypnosis is going to give you those tools that will help you understand where to start a conversation. If you have a clear intention in mind, yeah, let's think about, for example, you have a clear business intention, or you have a clear relationship intention, or you have a clear health intention. Getting people to take that specific action requires you to bypass the critical faculty, that critical chatter that's going to stop them from listening to you. Many people nowadays, in the world of information overload, they have this disease known as "I know it already." So what? Right? Um, so how do you then bypass these type of critical barriers and then give a message to the subconscious mind? There are a few movies made on this concept. For
All right.
example, the movie Inception,
Mm.
right? Where the whole task is to implant an idea and make it appear as if the idea was generated by the person themselves. Um, I think, to further quote Dale Carnegie, I think once said, the ideas that really stick are those ideas that people believe have come from within. Those are the ideas that people always hold on to very dearly. So, how do you then, through regular conversation, create such a window where there are ideas being sent through and the other person has inceptions that later on during the day they may evoke the state within themselves that gets them to take action? And that is the whole work of conversational hypnosis. Now, conversational hypnotic storytelling. Why storytelling? We've been a storytelling species from the earliest days. We learn through stories. We learn by understanding that, well, there were these people who came and did X and Y and Z. We call it history, but history is nothing but a story, a curated version of a story that we all like to believe, but it's still a story. And from day to day parlance, we always speak in stories. This is how we communicate as a civilization. When you take conversational hypnosis and you put storytelling together, that's when magic begins to happen. Because everything then appears to be so natural. Now, the length of these stories can vary depending on the audience, depending on how much time you have. For example, if you're talking to your kid, if you're talking to your partner, you may not have more than 1 or 2 minutes. So, a quick anecdote, a quick quote, or a quick news story with small elements of powerful suggestions can do the trick. if you have enough time, for example, to give a talk to a wide audience, and you are, let's say, in a leadership position, and you need to inspire people to take that step. And furthermore, you want them to believe that it's their own idea, it's in their own best interest to take action. So, how do you construct that story? And how do you then embed those suggestions within the story? And this has been a big passion of mine. And this is where the whole concept of conversational hypnosis and conversational hypnotic storytelling comes.
No, brilliant.